In 1519, one man dared to sail into the abyss, chasing a dream that could rewrite the world or swallow him whole. Ferdinand Magellan, the relentless explorer, set out to circle the globe, but what began as triumph would unravel into chaos, mutiny, and unimaginable loss. This is the epic saga of the first circumnavigation and the price of pushing humanity's limits. Let's get started. Europe in the early 1500s, a continent buzzing with the thrill of discovery. Christopher Columbus had cracked open the New World just decades before, but the real prize? Spices, cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon from the distant East Indies. They were worth more than gold. Fueling empires and wars, Portugal controlled the eastern sea routes around Africa, leaving Spain hungry for an alternative. Enter Ferdinand Magellan, a battle-hardened Portuguese navigator in his 30s, scarred from wars in India and Morocco. Rejected by his own king, he defected to Spain, pitching a wild idea: sail west to reach the east. No one had ever circled the globe. It was madness or genius. King Charles I of Spain bought in, funding 5 ships and over 200 men for what would become the most daring voyage in history. But Magellan wasn't just chasing spices. He was driven by ambition, a burning need to prove the world was round and conquer the unknown. Little did he know, the ocean's vastness would test every soul aboard, forging legends from fear and fire. The Armada assembled in Seville, Spain's gateway to the seas. Magellan handpicked his fleet, sturdy carracks and naus, built to withstand the fury of uncharted waters. The Trinidad, his flagship, was a beast at 110 tons. Armed with cannons and stocked for a 2-year haul, crews hailed from across Europe. Spaniards, Portuguese, Italians, even a few Greeks and Germans. They were sailors, soldiers, merchants, and dreamers, all lured by promises of riches and glory. But tensions simmered from the start. Spanish captains like Juan de Cartagena resented taking orders from a Portuguese trader. Magellan, stern and unyielding, enforced iron discipline, daily prayers, strict rations, no gambling. As the ships were provisioned with hardtack, wine, and gunpowder, whispers of doubt spread. What lay beyond the maps? Sea monsters? Endless falls off the world's edge? The fear of the unknown gnawed at them, but ambition pushed forward. On August 10, 1519, they set sail down the Guadalquivir River, the crowd cheering as the horizon beckoned. The Atlantic crossing started smooth, a deceptive calm. Blue skies stretched endlessly, the fleet slicing through gentle swells. But soon the equator's heat baked the decks, turning the air thick and stifling. Scurvy's shadow loomed, though Magellan stocked quinces and lemons to fend it off. Crews bonded over sea shanties and dice games in secret, sharing tales of home. Yet undercurrents of mutiny brewed. Cartagena challenged Magellan's authority, demanding equal command. Magellan clapped him in irons, a bold move that silenced dissent for now. By late September, they sighted Brazil's lush coastlines, emerald jungles teeming with parrots and unknown fruits. They anchored at Rio de Janeiro, trading trinkets with indigenous tribes for fresh water and provisions. Exotic sights fueled their wonder. Towering palms, vibrant birds, the promise of discovery. But the real test awaited southward, where maps ended and legends of giants and whirlpools began. Pushing south along South America's rugged shores, the fleet battled nature's wrath. Gale force winds howled, whipping sails to shreds. The ocean's vastness hit hard. Days turned to weeks with no land in sight, just infinite blue merging sky and sea. Rations dwindled. Men gnawed on leather straps, their faces gaunt and hollow-eyed. Tension exploded in April 1520 at Port St. Julian, a desolate bay in Patagonia. Mutineers seized 3 ships, led by Cartagena and others, furious at the endless cold and Magellan's iron fist. Swords clashed in the fog. Blood stained the snow. Magellan, cunning and ruthless, blockaded the bay, starving them into surrender. He executed the ringleaders, heads on pikes as a grim warning. The cost of ambition was clear. loyalty or death. But from despair came breakthrough. In October 1520, they found it, the strait that bears his name. Narrow, treacherous channels snaked through jagged cliffs, winds screaming like banshees. Icebergs loomed, threatening to crush the hulls. For 38 grueling days, they navigated the maze, losing the San Antonio to desertion. Emerging into a vast, serene sea, Magellan knelt on deck, tears in his eyes. He named it the Pacific for its deceptive peace. Little did they know, this ocean was a monster in disguise. The Pacific crossing shattered them. What Magellan thought would take days stretched to 3 months of hell. No land, no rain, just sun-scorched days and starlit nights. Scurvy ravaged the crew. Gums bled, limbs swelled. Men died whispering prayers, bodies sewn into canvas and slipped overboard. The vastness mocked their ambition, an endless void where hope evaporated like mist. Whispers of cannibalism haunted the decks. Finally, in March 1521, they staggered into Guam's islands, coconut palms swaying, fresh water cascading. Natives in outrigger canoes approached, trading fruits for iron. Discovery reignited their fire, new peoples, new worlds. Pressing on to the Philippines, exotic archipelagos unfolded, white sands, turquoise lagoons, villages of thatched huts. They bartered for spices, gold, and alliances. Magellan's dream seemed within grasp, but the unknown still lurked, breeding unforeseen perils. In a bid to solidify alliances and spread Christianity, Magellan intervened in a local dispute on the island of Mactan. What started as a show of force against chieftain Lapu-Lapu escalated into fierce combat on the shore. Outnumbered and wading through shallow waters in heavy armor, Magellan and his men faced warriors armed with spears, arrows, and determination. Amid the chaos of clashing bamboo shields and iron blades, Magellan was struck, first by a poisoned arrow piercing his leg, slowing his retreat, then overwhelmed by multiple wounds from spears and swords. His crew, witnessing the horror, fled to the boats, leaving their leader to fall on foreign sands. For now, know that his death left the expedition leaderless, ambition's toll etched in blood. With Magellan gone, Juan Sebastian Elcano took command of the Victoria, the sole surviving ship. Laden with precious cloves worth a fortune, they fled westward across the Indian Ocean, dodging Portuguese patrols. Storms battered them anew. The crew, now just 18 skeletal survivors from the original 270, clung to life. Cape of Good Hope's tempests nearly finished them, hull leaking, sails in tatters, but defiance won. On September 6, 1522, the Victoria limped into Seville. 3 years and a world away. The hold burst with spices, proving the voyage's success. They had circumnavigated the globe, shrinking the world forever. Magellan's Odyssey wasn't just a sail. It was humanity's leap into the abyss. It unveiled the Earth's true scale, igniting the age of exploration. Empires rose on these routes. Cultures collided, for better and worse. But remember the cost. Lives lost to the sea's vast indifference. Mutinies born of fear. Discoveries tainted by ambition's shadow. Magellan never saw the end, but his spirit circled the world. In that endless ocean we see ourselves, daring the unknown, paying the price, and emerging changed.